Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Matthew here, Carnivore Channel, all about the carnivore. About to do my blood pressure for you, but Darlene's here. She's helping do what she does at work. Say hi, Darlene.
Hi.
You have any plans for today, Darlene? What are you doing today?
Work, and I think I'm gonna get my eyebrows waxed.
She's getting her eyebrows waxed, folks. That was like too much information, but I guess all you women do your eyebrows. I don't know.
Us women gotta stay party.
All right. The other day she went out and got her toes done, whatever that's called. What's that called?
Pedicure.
Pedicure. That's just too high class for me, guys. So, yeah, happy Monday. Wow, weekend was good. Went out to go see some live country music here in Tennessee. It was nice, really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do my blood pressure. Guys, I got up this morning, did about 2 hours of overtime, about 2.5 hours. Everything went fine, everything went good. I'm gonna go ahead and start this up just so that you see. Boom, just started up. We've been coming up. I bet it's gonna be a little bit higher than usual. Okay, my ranges go from like 89 over 58 to they can go up to 115 over I don't know what. I assume this morning is gonna be a little bit higher, but we'll find out. I did want to come on, and obviously when I'm talking, the blood pressure is gonna be a little bit higher, but I wanted to come on and tell y'all some, just some little tips, for when you are starting going to carnivore, if you are about to go carnivore. By the way, if you are carnivore, think about going carnivore, or if you're, know somebody that could benefit from it, please do like and subscribe the video. And yeah, so basically what we're looking at here, it's a little higher. It's the 109 over 68, not too bad. Okay, so let's see some of the tips that I want to give you. All right, so today is my day 138 on the carnivore diet. Carnivore lifestyle, be sticking with this diet for a long time. Not coming off of this one. It's done me so much good. But to just give you a couple of tips, something was on my mind. Last night before I went to bed, I didn't feel like working out, okay? But I did the push. So it was about, what time was that? It was around 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. I started doing a couple of sets of push-ups. And then I did some crunches. I did 300 crunches, massive crunches, okay? Where you're crunching with your legs in the air on 3 different levels. And then I did the arm weights. And then I did the 10 kilometers on the bike, okay? All right. After that, though, I ate 2 steaks. Yes. Got my 100 grams of protein in there. And it's probably over 100 grams of protein. But what I want to mention to you about that is that when you push yourself to work out at night and you get that blood flow going, and then you go ahead and you eat that steak. Now, the way I made my steak is the way I do it in a bunch of my videos, but basically I put it in the porcelain pot, and then I do it in the butter, okay? I gotta tell you, I felt so good. When I woke, I slept so deep, I dreamt so much, and when I woke up this morning, I felt so relaxed. Mentally, I was just on top of it big time. So felt really good. And this is, one of the things that they don't really tell you when you go on carnivore is it does make a difference in the meats that you eat. Now they do. They let you know that, being able to eat the steaks, the 4 stomachs of the cow. But each one of us are going to be affected a little bit differently by the meats that we're eating. So like when I eat fish, I enjoy fish. I enjoy the taste of fish. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, it does something for me, but it doesn't do anything for me mentally, okay? When I feel my very best mentally, when I feel satiated, when I feel at peace in my mind, when I dream the most, when I really feel like there's been a lot of repair done, that's when I'm eating steak. Yeah. And I know, if you are carnivore, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about there. As far as, you know what? That's true. Yep. I will say there's a lot of a satiated feeling when you're eating eggs too. Eggs just have so many micronutrients, yeah, the yolks, just nature's multivitamin, right? But yeah, that's awesome. Another thought that I was having, I just wanted to share with you. And I gotta tell you, that's huge. That's huge. Who I tell you what, I was thinking about something, but it's kind of like when you work out every night or when you're eating that steak, what you're doing is you're making a small little deposit. Let me tell you what I mean by that. It's just kind of like a thought I was having. But it's kind of like playing the piano. Now you don't want to play the piano, maybe. Every night, or like let's say when you get home. Okay, let's say if you were in school. Let's say if you're a full grown adult like me, and I want to play the whatever electric guitar. Okay. My point is that if every day you take about 20 minutes and you practice whatever you want to practice, what you're doing is you're making a small little deposit, because what you're doing is you're betting on the future, right? So and it's not, a lot of people are in everything that they're doing for instant gratification. And the instant gratification that we get is going to usually be through laziness. And it's going to be just like staring at a TV or something along those lines. When you're investing in yourself, be it practicing the piano, the idea is that when you practice every day, after 10 years, you're going to be an accomplished pianist. And basically, that's the same thing this is. Let me kind of tell you what I mean by that, okay? All right, so when you're exercising at night, or when you're exercising during the day or whenever, and when you're giving yourself the most nutrient-dense food with a lot of protein, what's happening is that it's able to go into your body, remove the inflammation in your body. And even if it might seem very inconvenient and your mind's going, this isn't instantly gratifying me. But if you just hold on after you're done working out, you actually feel good because your body feels all tightened up. It's a good feeling. And you feel good about the fact that you've worked out. So you didn't get instant gratification. You got the gratification that you got maybe after 30 minutes that you've worked out. Or 15 minutes, but think about it. If you've worked out for an hour and then you feel that gratification about how you've done well for yourself, and then you eat that steak. Now check this out. That next morning you wake up and you still feel, your body feels good and your mind is clear and you feel great. So you're not actually looking like 10 years down the road, like in the piano. But in all actuality, it does do that as well, because 10 years down the road, you're gonna feel great. You're gonna be in better shape than anybody else that you possibly might know. The point here is that making those small little deposits is more than likely keeping you away from all medications. My goal, now I'm 51 years old and I just happen to not be on any medications, but I obsess over that as well. Because when I read and I take a look at all of the different prescriptions, the medications, what happens is that you have a plethora of different bad side effects that you can get. I don't want you to get those bad side effects. I don't want those for me. I've got quite a few people that I know that are on metformin. You take a look at metformin. Metformin does have risks involved, okay? And really the question becomes, what can I do to be able to reverse that high blood pressure or that type 2 diabetes? And the idea, of course, it's going to be blood pressure for that, obviously. But the point is that what can I do to reverse it so that I do not have to take any drugs? Now, most people out there, and if you're one of those most people, but no, you're not. You don't have to be one of those most people. What I'm saying to you is this: as like the pharmaceutical rep that I spoke with the other day, that I'm friends with, that lives in Alabama, he told me, and he shared with me this stat that I shared in another video. But 92.85% of people that are put on a med, 92.85% of the time, you're going to stay on the med the rest of your life. That's not cool. I do not think that those are good numbers for us. And no, not if you're going for a healthy society or a healthy you, right? So my biggest suggestion would be to start some type of diet. I, of course, from personal experience, being on plant-based for 10 years, got to tell you, I still have that inflammation, still have that high blood pressure. When I say high blood pressure, not too high. It was 129 over 79. You see what it just was, and mine was kind of high just then. But I have been working, I have a very stressful job, blah, 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 blah. When I'm relaxing at night, it's much, much lower. And if you're here for the first time, I'm more than happy to show you what I'm talking about here. Let's see. Okay. I don't take my blood pressure very often, but okay, so here we got 103 over 58. That's where, I took that in the evening time, just to give you a heads up there. Here's another one, 99 over 54. Hopefully you can see that. I can see that when I take a look. But you know how it is. Whenever you're uploading, here's another one, 94/51. The reason why I'm showing you those is because that completely changes your life. It completely changes, it takes out all the pain. If you have inflammation in your body, the stuff that a lot of doctors call arthritis, you're going to call it all different types of stuff. The pains, you're going to experience those pains so many times. Prior injuries, when you're laying in bed. I mean, it's just craziness. When you get sugar in your body, I guess what I'm saying is that until you go onto a diet that is very low inflammation diet, okay? And when you also, hopefully that same diet, which would be carnivore that I'm thinking about, or it could be the Lion diet, or you could be going on keto. But I personally think that the most satiating and easy one to follow is going to be the carnivore diet. Last night, before I eat the steaks, I was eating pork skins with some sour cream that I threw, minimally processed sour cream that I threw some dried onions in. Man, it was good, boy. Yes, I put a little salt in there too, a little bit of garlic powder. Man, it was good. So, it was like I was eating a French onion dip. Only other thing I did want to mention to y'all, I gotta tell you, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, and I just want the very best for everybody. I want you to be able to have this information. But yeah, the steak, electrolytes, guys. If you're not doing the electrolytes, most people are out there that are doing the carnivore. You haven't done carnivore, I want you to think about electrolytes. And the one that I use, you can get a bunch of them on Amazon. They're wonderful. I usually get the one called Propel. And I get it at Walmart. The reason why I do, because it's convenient and because I don't mind paying that money for it. It doesn't cost very much. I'd say I drink about 3 or 4 packets a day. The reason why is because I usually drink a gallon of water, and what I usually drink it in is it's a 1/4 of a gallon, and I just take the Propel and mix it with distilled water only, and it's great. It is absolutely great. Day 138. Whoo! I'm telling you guys, there's been no better life than the one I've had being on this. And when I say no better life, I'm talking about no better way that I felt physically over the past 20 years. Can I smell? I can smell again. I can sleep deep. I can feel great when I get up. I know what my body needs now. Yes. Yeah. And I'm convinced that this is more than an ideal diet for anybody, if this isn't the most ideal diet. Yeah. If you're looking for something to be able to reverse memory fog, if you're looking for, like I did, and it did reverse my memory fog 100%, which is, oh man, I feel so blessed for that. Let's see, memory fog brought my blood pressure down, has helped me in every aspect of my life. It's been a real game changer. It's been prayers answered, is what it's been. Prayers answered. And I just couldn't be happier. Just couldn't be happier about the results. And whenever you find something which seems to be a secret, and in our society it is, you've got over 95% of the food in a grocery store that it has over 10,000 chemicals that our body cannot process. And what it causes is inflammation, and it causes all these things that we run into. When I'm talking about the high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and all that other good stuff, bad stuff more than less. Food tastes good. Food tastes super processed, and it really tantalizes us and pulls us in. And yeah, I think, the best words for that is food addiction. People get urges. What are those urges? Addiction. It's what it is. Just kind of pulling us back to where we were before. If we can break out, and we can start eating a very satiating diet, and then we can align ourselves with it, there's so many blessings. Making those little seeds every day, staying focused, and eventually all of those other urges go away. Yes. And a lot of people have a lot of fat to shed, and they want to build up that lean muscle. So there you go. Yes. Just getting off those meds alone seems like it's hard enough. But once you're free, you are free at last. Yes. And you can be free. 100%. I believe in you. You can do it. Guys, I thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Again, my name is Matthew. Really appreciate you showing it to my channel. Love to have you as a member here. Yeah, y'all have a beautiful rest of the day. I thank you so much.